Our second bout this evening, a 6-round welterweight fight. The referee will be Jim Peralt Jr. First, in the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, weighing in at 155 pounds with a record of 4-3, from Knoxville, Tennessee, Tom Moore. Corner, wearing black trunks, weighing in at 149 3/4 pounds, a former Upper Midwest Golden Gloves champion with a record of 9 wins, 1 loss, and 5 knockouts, from Duluth, Minnesota, Johnny LaGarde.
And a fine welcome for the local hero, 27 years old. John LaGarde, boxing since he was 9 years old. His father, Jerry, in the ring with him, is his trainer. And Jerry was a boxer himself for 8 years in the late 40s and early 50s.
Well, Sam, I mean, with that family, I imagine they had to fight every day for the food.
7 boys, 7 girls in the LaGarde family. And the ages run from 39 to 20. And right in the middle is John LaGarde. LaGarde in the black trunks, and Tom Moore in the blue. Height and reach advantage to Moore. Moore, a very awkward fighter. Almost looks like LaGarde's a little hesitant, not sure of how to attack the taller and very awkward Moore.
You don't see too many styles like Moore's, Sam. He's like a leaning tower of a pizza. He's leaned all the way over to the right. But he puts those hands up quickly, Sam.
Pause with the jab and kind of chops down with his right hand. Landed that right hand. LaGarde had an extensive amateur career, 135 fights, won 123, and went to several national amateur tournaments.
Well, he's by far the more skilled of the 2 fighters, Sam.
Very wild punches coming from Moore.
Moore's really getting into it now, Sam. He's got his own style, his own rhythm.
And I think LaGarde, with that last combination to the body, may have found the opening.
Well, anytime that Moore throws a punch, he's wide open. He drops his hands, he throws wide punches. As soon as he tries to attack, Sam, he's immediately wide open.
John LaGarde has a younger brother on the card tonight, is fighting his second pro fight. Dennis LaGarde. Both John and Dennis went to University of Minnesota Duluth. Good right hand got in there by LaGarde, then he gets away. Moore wild with his punches. Very unschooled fighter. Mouthpiece hanging out.
Sam, he doesn't look like he's had too much experience at all, of any kind. In the gym or in the amateurs or any place else. Straight right into the body again by LaGarde. Doesn't seem to bother Moore, though.
It's like he's chewing on his mouthpiece, Gil.
Probably didn't feed him, Sam.
Coming to the end of round 1. Round 2, scheduled for 6. Welterweights John LaGarde in the black trunks. Tom Moore in the blue. LaGarde, the local favorite from Duluth, in his 11th pro bout. LaGarde's 4th fight in 1990, having won all 3, won by knockout. Last fight, July the 6th, won a 10-round decision. over Francisco. Oh, correction on that. Last fight was May 17th here in Duluth on a 6-round decision over Marcus Hayes.
And Sam, as awkward as Moore is, he is scoring with that right hand. You can see LaGarde's face is starting to get very, very red on the left side. Here he's trying to throw that right hand again, Moore. It's really just about all Moore knows how to do is chop with that right hand.
He stuck out the left, and LaGarde walked right into it, though.
Trying to chop that right hand in there. And LaGarde is really not doing that much offensively at all, Sam. He feints a lot. He feints, and Moore falls for the feint, but then he doesn't throw the punches.
He's just not sure of what he wants to do. I think what he needs to do, as you said, Gil, is really go on the offensive. Start taking the fight to Moore.
Right, and all he has to do is get close to Moore, because Moore can't hit you at all when you're close, because he throws those very, very wide punches. Double up that jab, moving in. Moore trying that right hand again. He doesn't land it, but LaGarde doesn't make him pay when he misses. LaGarde is fighting a very, very cautious fight, Sam. As he keeps throwing that right hand, Moore.
Very tentative and unsure of himself, and I would think that as soon as he lands a couple of punches, the fans will really get up behind him. And there's a right hand.
There it is again, Sam.
That he walked into and got a little careless. That's a good combination.
Let's see if he follows it up with anything else. He didn't.
But against a much taller Moore, LaGarde needs to go to the body much more often.
Okay, break.
Round 3 scheduled for 6. See if John LaGarde picks things up. It looks like he wants to.
Well, he started out with a double jab, Sam, then he throw a hook.
Moore showing no respect. Wildly slinging punches.
He runs him wide open, Sam. It's drops his right hand, throws it from the floor, whatever. And again, LaGarde being very, very tentative.
Seemed like he wanted to go on the attack, and then as soon as Moore landed a punch, it stopped him.
Well, in this corner, he probably got the advice to go right out there and start throwing some punches. But then again, as you say, as soon as Moore showed a little anger, it got all the respect in the world from LaGarde. And for what reason, I don't know. You have to really feel bad if you get hit by a punch by Moore. He throws him from so far away.
LaGarde is able to make Moore miss, but he doesn't make him pay when he misses.
Exactly right. Here goes Moore missing again and running right in, wide open.
And even those light punches that landed bring a cheer from the crowd.
Now is when LaGarde should look to work. He shouldn't be content to tie up inside.
There was another case where Moore was way off balance and wide open for a counter, and LaGarde did not respond.
There was a backhander by Moore.
Moore spun around, sort of walked away. Now the crowd coming alive as LaGarde has landed a couple of punches.
But again, that he keeps feinting. He's like he's stuck in the mud.
couple of good jabs by LaGarde. Moore looks tired.
Sam, I'm sure he has no experience at all. It's amazing that he's there for 3 rounds, not showing more fatigue.
Mouthpiece hanging out. Coming to the end of round 3. Sam Rosen and Gil Clancy live at Pioneer Hall in Duluth, Minnesota. Glad you're with us for Fight Night. This is round 4, scheduled for 6. John LaGarde from Duluth in the black trunks. Tom Moore from Knoxville, Tennessee in the blue. And I've given 2 of the 3 rounds to LaGarde.
Same score. I have the same score, Sam. I gave the second round to Moore. He kept landing that chopping right hand, and LaGarde did nothing to answer back.
Moore almost spit out the mouthpiece. Very inexperienced, awkward fighter, but I think his size, for some reason, is intimidating LaGarde.
Well, something certainly is making LaGarde very apprehensive. Maybe Moore can punch a lot harder than we think. And he is a very, very awkward guy, no question about that. But here, LaGarde gets close. That's when he has to get those hands free and move them.
And in talking with Jerry LaGarde today, he told us that John likes to go to the body. We haven't seen a body attack, and that would be the ideal way to fight Moore. He's straight up and down in front of him.
And Moore keeps throwing that right hand, Sam. He gets it in there on occasion. Oh, it's the best punch of the fight, Sam. Good left hook right on the button by LaGarde.
Perfect timing. Moore wide open for it. Moore shaking a little bit. And LaGarde tries to land another one and did. But he's immediately tied up.
Moore took a walk back to his corner, Sam. They can't help him now, not until the bell rings.
I think Moore is looking for a good excuse to get out of here.
Tripped over his own feet that time. And LaGarde has found the answer with that left hook.
Right hand landed. And there's that left hook one more time.
But what he's doing is he's punching inside that wide right hand of Moore's now. Instead of trying to get away from it, he's moving inside it and throwing that left hook. And Moore is very, very tired at the moment.
The only other thing is that LaGarde doesn't put any punches together. It's one punch at a time.
There he is, answering back with that left hook. Anytime Moore throws that right hand.
LaGarde missing.
And now Moore is bleeding from the nose. How do you like those moves, Sam?
Trying to figure out where they came from.
Desperation.
Moore in trouble, and LaGarde trying to find a way to finish things off.
There you go. There's a new move. And here we see LaGarde attacking. There was the best punch of the fight. Stepped in, finally got that left hook in there. Now he knows that any time Moore throws that right hand, he can step inside and throw that hook.
This is round 5.
And you know, Sam, Moore was completely exhausted at the end of the last round. Flopped on the stool, but he's got all the courage in the world, this kid. Very inexperienced, really doesn't know what he's... Just to be able to be there for the 5th round for him is it's almost like a miracle.
LaGarde was complaining about Moore's holding.
LaGarde should attack a little bit more now. Just put his punches together.
Moore seemed to have tired himself out even further after chasing LaGarde around the ring.
What is LaGarde waiting for? And Moore landed a left hand.
LaGarde walked right into it. LaGarde's not punching his way in. He's trying to get in and throw one punch.
Sam, he's still showing Moore an awful lot of respect. He threw a tentative jab and then jumped back. You think he was really going to get bombed out. See him jump right back again? All he has to do is crowd and Moore back him up. And even though it missed, Sam, that's a dangerous punch. He shouldn't be allowed to get away with a punch like that without answer. There's that left hook, Sam. That's it.
LaGarde keeps jumping in with that left hook. And he's doing some good banging to the body. That's the beginning of the end, I believe. There's the best work that LaGarde has done. as he's finally gone to the body. That's taking apart Moore. Moore wants to quit. He's ready to go.
Sam, but he didn't quit. He's still staying in. Oh, it's all over now, Sam.
He doesn't want to go. That's it. Those body shots. That's what LaGarde needed to do 2 or 3 rounds ago.
Sam, I didn't know what he was waiting for. He was in with a completely unskilled opponent. The guy was awkward, yes, and had a lot of courage, but completely unskilled and exhausted. But it was a good win for LaGarde.
And certainly makes the hometown fans happy.
Sure does.
John LaGarde at age 27, record now of 10-1. He's not going to go anywhere unless he learns to put punches together.
Sam,
to counter off the misses.
You've already mentioned that he had over 100 amateur fights. He's been fighting for since he's 9 years old. He's 27. If he hasn't learned by now, Sam, I think this is the best LaGarde you're going to see.
Okay, let's get the official announcement from Paul Guggenheimer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of tonight's second fight by TKO at 149 of the 5th round, Johnny LaGarde! Let's also have a nice round of applause for Tom Moore.
John LaGarde now 10-1. 4 straight wins here in 1990. And the happy hometown hero leaves the ring after he started to land the left hooks. That really started things off when that jumping left hook started to connect.
That's when he stopped having respect for Moore's right hand.
But these body shots are the punches that made Tom Moore quit. We'll be back with more boxing action from Duluth, Minnesota in just a moment. Welcome back. We're live at Pioneer Hall in Duluth, Minnesota on the shores of Lake Superior. Here found that the ring was too low, so 4 forklifts had to be called in with the help of the president of boxing.
Look at the strength of that Bobby Goodman.
Bobby Goodman.
You see him lift that ring?
Chuck Noble, lighting director, on the case with the railroad ties, putting it under the ring posts. Up goes the ring a couple of feet.
And here we have it.
And we're ready for boxing.
And Sam, it wasn't the workers that discovered it. We discovered it.